The Dragon Quest series has always seen phenomenal success in Japan, but much like the outstanding Monster Hunter series from Capcom, it has only established a stronger footing in Western markets in recent years. The main entries of Dragon Quest have spawned a lot of spin-offs, including one of my most favourite games, Dragon Quest Builders 2. Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince is the third entry in the Monsters series, a spin-off that perhaps draws parallel with Pokemon. But I won't be focusing on the comparisons between the series. What's Dragon Quest Monsters like? Forget your sword, we won't be needing that here. Jump on the teleporter and get some monster nicknames ready as we dive into the game. The Dark Prince focuses on Saro, a half-monster, half-human child who is hell-bent on the destruction of his monster father following the death of his mother. After a very brief confrontation, you are cursed to be unable to hurt monsters, thus sending you down the path of learning to scout or train monsters to do your bidding instead. The story is rather light to start off with, and it takes more of a turn about 10 to 12 hours in. During your quest for vengeance, you will meet a cast of characters, from a plucky elf who cries rubies to a mischievous thief who helps you along the way. There's also an army of monsters, literally, to aid you on your journey, and they are really the stars of the show. Scouting monsters involves finding them in several varied worlds you visit, giving them an item or straight up intimidating them to join your crew. The higher the percentage you get, the higher the chance of successfully scouting the monster. These monsters can then join you right away, or you can send them to the paddock for later. Because your teams only consist of 4 monsters in your primary team, and you have a backup team which also consists of 4 monsters, which you can swap in and out at any time. Each monster has unique skill trees that you distribute points into that could be attack boosting trees or support and healing trees to balance out your battles. There's a lot of mechanics here, and the depth goes deeper than the Mariana Trench. You can set tactics on each monster in your party to favour attacks, healing, buffs, or enemy debuffs. You can also set the frequency of spells and abilities as well. To go even further, you will eventually unlock the ability to combine monsters to create new, stronger monsters inheriting their parents' traits, resulting in higher classes and unique evolutions. There's a lot of experimentation here that makes scouting monsters a rewarding experience, and thanks to the auto battle and speed options that you can enable by simply pressing the L or R buttons when entering battle, leveling is a breeze in the early stages. You can also set new monsters to your backup team so they can earn XP and grow without having to go back to previous areas and grind, which is a nice touch. There are also online options allowing you to battle online and even quickfire battle 30 opponents in one go, which doesn't seem to match people to your level and works very much like a mobile game like Raid Shadow Legends, meaning that more often than not, unless you're at max level, you will be decimated, so save it for the end game. Speaking of which, there is a lot of endgame content here that I won't spoil, as Square Enix has asked gamers to keep quiet about it until the end of January next year, but fans of the series will have plenty to do once the credits roll. All of this sounds so far so good, right? Unfortunately, there is a downside as the game is marred by constant woeful performance. The frame rate struggles to maintain 30 FPS for the majority of the time, especially when exploring the zones. I'm not sure why the performance is lacking, considering Dragon Quest Monsters was built from the ground up for Switch, and it pains me to say that this lack of polish is not what we've come to expect from Square Enix, especially following on from the release of the amazing Star Ocean Second Story R. I'm sure an update will deploy soon, but those looking for a silky smooth experience will not find it here. Graphically, the game honours the art style of the Dragon Quest series, which some people may see as plain, but fans of the series will appreciate the continued art style. Environments are varied and fun to explore, offering a range of monsters to scout. The game also features a seasonal system which changes on the fly throughout your time, offering new monsters to the area for you to battle and collect. The seasons also open up different areas of the map. Some seem superfluous, leading you to an area that features the same monsters you can catch anywhere, but others open up hidden paths and secrets to uncover. There are also enclosed areas like the Colosseums in which you work your way up the ranks, battling in the human world for fame and fortune, and the monster world for reputation. Earning this rep makes it easier to scout tougher monsters, and these sections also aim to move the narrative forward, opening up new areas to explore and scout to strengthen your army. You operate out of Rose Hill Tower, your own base which teleports with you to new areas, allowing access to vital services and healing your monsters when you enter. From the tower, you can teleport to other worlds, access your online services, and bank and buy items, saving you from losing your hard-earned money should you be bested in battle. The problem with all this content and everything to do is that the game almost starts to feel like a chore. And by the time the story takes a turn to spur you on, you're already about 12 hours in. Die-hard fans of the series will most likely revel in the length of the campaign, but newcomers to the series may find the slow pace off-putting. Overall, Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince is a flawed game, saved by its deep mechanics and intricacies. Fans of the series will no doubt find a lot on offer and will most likely be able to look past the performance issues. Newcomers may have a hard time getting into it, but for those who do stick around, you will find a deep monster battling collectathon that will provide many hours of entertainment. So, what's it like? Dragon Quest Monsters: The Dark Prince is like Final Fantasy crossed with Pokemon. I award it a 74 out of 100. Hey there, thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, I can't thank you enough for your support. Things have moved a lot faster than I expected with What's It Like, and it's becoming my full-time job. Best way to continue supporting me if you liked my content is to keep watching What's It Like. It doesn't cost a cent and it will always be free. But if you would like to help in other ways, you can always buy me a coffee by visiting this link here, or if you would like to join my Patreon, I show behind-the-scenes insights into how a gaming website operates. I'm so grateful to be here making this content, and I'm even more grateful that you're here watching it with me. Thank you so much.